Hello and welcome to Nitty Gritty. I'm your host, Joe Azar, and today we have two very special guests with me from the Ho'olakahi Polynesian Alliance. We have Vice President Randy Rodella and President Kevin Kahuena. How are you guys?
Good. I'm doing great.
Yeah. Good, good. So we're here to talk about mainly the luau that you guys are going to be putting on. And I think, first of all, one of the big things about luau's is that there's this sort of stereotypical mindset that people have about it. They kind of are familiar with what a luau is, but not 100% sure exactly what it is. So if you could clarify, really for you guys, what is a luau and what is that all about?
The first and foremost thing for luau is just a celebration of culture. And for our luau, it's a celebration of Polynesian culture, not just Hawaiian culture, but everything that encompasses the Polynesian students that we have here on campus. So whether that's be Samoan, Tahitian, Hawaiian, and all of those ethnic backgrounds.
Perfect, perfect. So it's really more for you guys, it's a unity of all the different cultures that you guys sponsor, and it's a celebration. What kind of goes into a luau, especially this luau that's upcoming for you guys?
Well, for us, first off, we have like a lot of fundraisers. So the first semester is a lot of, getting the Hawaii kids that are here and some people who are interested in the club. We put on events and fundraisers, and we start introducing dances and start putting together song lineups and putting it together.
I think
the show.
Randy was a bit modest on that. So a lot of the dances that they're doing, they start practices in October.
Wow.
And we go all the way up into the day of luau to make sure that we perfect those dances, and we make sure that they're just right culturally and that they're representing the culture on a correct scale. We never want to miscue that, but last night we were in practice for over 3 hours. Randy's in majority of our dances as well, so it's a lot of time that our dancers put into the show and put in a lot of effort for that.
So you got the VP hat and the dancer hat for you.
Well, yeah, the reason why I took the position and wanted to step up to the plate was because I've been dancing all my years here at CMU, and I wanted to be a part of something a little bigger and be in charge of things and try to do things differently to see if they're more efficient or not. But I mean, I always enjoyed the dances and participating, so I wanted to still be a part of it.
He's a much better dancer than I am, so he can have that shoes.
Absolutely. And what goes through your emotion, the emotion that goes through, because those dances, we're going to check one out, and it's beautiful to watch. So as a dancer, what's the emotion that goes through you when you're performing?
When I'm performing, I'm actually a really shy guy. If you know me, if you don't know me actually, I'm really to myself. And when I go on stage, it's a little different, I guess. You kind of lose sight, or you don't focus on the people, and you just start dancing and you forget about the pressure. You kind of just do what you were practicing for that whole time, and so it kind of just comes to, because I'm pretty new at dancing too. I only started dancing when I came to CMU, so I didn't dance previously. So
yeah, and I think a lot of the importance of what we represent through our hula and through these different songs is that there's generations and generations that come before us that perpetuate this into what we have today, and just making sure that we're culturally correct and we bring those generations with us, and that we have it to the T, and that every single movement that we do represents every single one that came before us, and just making sure that's correct. I mean, we could go out there and just make any kinds of moves, and no one would know if it's right or wrong, but for us culturally, that's important to make sure that we have that down and represents everyone. So I think it's a huge importance for us to get those dances right.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. And we're about to check one of these dances out. Can you kind of preface what this dance upcoming that we're about to show is?
So Mikaela was the dancer that danced for us. She's a freshman here. She's from Hawaii, and she's been dancing majority of her entire life, and she's a beautiful dancer. She's also one of our choreographers for a lot of dances that we have this year, so you'll be showcasing a lot of her dances. The dance that she's particularly dancing is talking about the lauhala leaf. It's a very versatile plant in Hawaii, whether that's making hats, making mats, making all these different things. And through that song, that mele, she kind of puts her movements to it and kind of brings it to life and talks about the versatility of that particular native Hawaiian plant.
Perfect, perfect. Well, let's go check that out. Up for you guys is a special treat. We have a dance for you guys, so let's show it. absolutely beautiful dance, and that's just one of the many things that will be featured in the luau for you guys coming up. And if Kevin, can you tell us a little bit more details about that luau?
So the luau is on April 1st. Doors are opening at 5:30. We have 3 different ticket prices right now. So $20 for students, $30 for community members, and then we have for the VIP tables, it's $350 this year. The difference between the buying a table and just buying the tickets is that the VIP tables, you get a set table with 10 people. The general admissions, you kind of free for all, free seating, and everyone squeezes in. So you don't have a guaranteed you're sitting with everyone you want to sit with. VIP tables also eat first, and they're also closer to the front of the room, so they get a better showing of it. All of the ticket sales are going to be through the University Center info desk at CMU. So please come and get your tickets as soon as we have them.
And absolutely, outside of dances, what else do you have to offer for the luau? I mean, there's a special guest, and there's just so many things. There's so many more things other than dancing.
Definitely.
So we actually got one of the CMU's alumni to come back and be an honored guest at our luau, Kalani Pea. He's a Grammy Award winning.
Yes.
So
yeah, so he was a CMU alumni. He just graduated within the last 10 years, and he recently just won a Grammys. So it was such an awesome experience for him, and for him to come back and represent not just the Polynesian culture, but all CMU students, and tell us that after you leave here, there's a lot of great things to be done. He is bilingual. He has been here for a while. He is native Hawaiian, and he just encompasses a lot of what our culture has to say. So we're so honored and blessed for him to be coming back for that. Along with dances, we have food, we have a lot of storytelling that can be learned from there. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, and Kevin, how long have you been president of the Alliance for?
So this is my first year being a president for the club. The past few years, my main role in the club was being an MC for the luau. So I've done that for the past 3 years, and this will be my 4th year doing that. And Randy has been with the club for a while now too.
Yeah, this will be my 5th year with the club.
5th year with the club?
Yeah, I was just a dancer, and right now it's my first year being the VP. So.
And how's that like? How's that being the VP and what that all encompasses for you?
I don't see much of a difference. It's just being able to see the back scene of everything and planning and everything like that. I mean, I'm still just one of the members to me, but help out with everything a little more, but that's about it.
And for you as president, you've been part of this club for a long time, helping MC, and what are your duties really as president for you?
I think, so me and Randy, he's a bit modest when it comes to his job. He probably does the more work than I do. I can be honest about that. But it's a lot about just connecting with the students. We start working in May as soon as we find out if we get the position. And by August, we're already here before school starts to do our Hawaii Welcome Weekend and get all of our students in and kind of show them around campus and get them situated with living in the dorms. We do events the entire year round. So in the first semester, we raised over $1,200 doing MAV rides, a lot of other fundraisers, and we did activities the entire time. We went with the OP to Moab, we went all through Colorado to do different things, but it's just giving those students a home to be at when they're here at CMU and being comfortable and having that fun, and then also highlighting luau for the entire community as well.
And outside of the luau, what do you think are some of the big accomplishments that you guys have done over the past year as, the big men in charge of the club?
Maybe a better retention within the freshman population for the Hawaii Welcome kids, because a lot of the kids that come here, they don't feel at home. They feel like a little lost. They don't really have, because back home you're the majority, and here it's the minority, and it's a culture shock for them. But we created this environment, I feel like, that people want to be a part of, and they keep coming back. So I think that's one of our accomplishments.
Yeah, we have right now on average, I would want to say about 80 to 100 solid club members that are part of our club right now, and it's about giving them that home away from home. They're flying 3,500 miles away, and they have no family here. So a lot of times it's just giving that avenue for them to explore different options and just being comfortable. And I think what I've heard and feedback I've gotten was we're able to accomplish that this year.
That's great. And there is a lot of, that Hawaii population here in Grand Junction. So a lot to be done. And for you, how was it like coming here to Grand Junction and Colorado Mesa for you guys, and how was that experience like?
For me, it was a pretty, it was an easy transition because growing up, I wasn't really dependent on my parents a lot and stuff. And so coming here, I was just on my own, which was nice, but it was definitely a culture shock. I mean, you don't get, back home you eat a bunch of rice every day, and here you get potatoes and corn and stuff. And so it's a little different. But other than that, I mean, I really enjoyed it. Like, you see different people, you see different lifestyles and cultures, and I thought it was really neat.
Yeah. I totally agree with Randy. For me, at first, it was a bit harder on transitioning and everything, and a lot of it was a culture shock and the change of lifestyles. But after just being able to be exposed to a lot of different things and be able to do a lot of great things from CMU, I think that's what kept me here. And 4 years later, I'm still here.
4 years later, you're still here. Final question for you guys. Anything that you guys want to say about the club, the luau, before we get going?
I think the biggest thing is a lot of misconception about the club is that only Hawaii people or only Polynesian people can be part of it. But I think we encompass everyone, whether it's you're a Coloradan or whether you're from out of state or another country. We want you to be part of our culture. We want you to explore and learn new things. So please join us.
Yeah. All right, join them. April 1st is the luau. Make sure that you guys stop by and check that out. Thank you so much, Kevin Kawena, Randy Rodella. I'm Joe Azar. Until next time on Nitty Gritty, guys.